Okay, again, you're very welcome to Drumkeeran. Nice dry evening. I'll not say warm. Again, a round of applause for Thomas and Siobhan providing the entertainment. And a round of applause there for John Flynn. I think there may be a drone somewhere down looking down on us or looking down on the parade, but it'll probably be up on YouTube in the next day or two. So the parade has started, and I think we're almost on time. Doesn't happen too often. So the Grand Marshal this year is Andy Reddick, and Andy is travelling with Kevin Ford. Andy is involved in a lot down through the years, the GA Club, drama, tidy towns, community council. He's put a lot of work into the community, and deservedly so. He's the Grand Marshal today, just that he has to travel in the car. And the band this year is similar to last year, the Killadee Pipe Band from County Fermanagh. So as they're passing, just give them a round of applause. As Kevin Ford leading the parade with Grand Marshal in the passenger seat with a green and gold kind of a necklace thing round his neck, Andy Reddick. Andy is waving the tricolour. So well done to Kevin and Andy. The parade will go down the town and up the Priest Brae and back down. The pipe band will only go to the bottom of the town and back up. So give the band a round of applause. The Killadee's pipe band from County Fermanagh. Next we have the Drumkeeran GA Club. All the young ones there, the underage. And following them, we have the County Intermediate Football Champions, Drumkeeran. Give them a big cheer, round of applause. First time ever to win the Intermediate Championship. So, and the dinner dance coming up on Friday week. Next we have Drumshanbo Fire Brigade, Leitrim County Fire Service. Hopefully there's no fire around Drumshanbo. Then we have exhibition of motorbikes here. An LM and two locals and one English. David McManus in his vintage car. Give David a round of applause there. And we have 4 cars here from Kilmore Vintage Club. Kilmore Vintage Club, lovely machines. Do you know, if there's a noise of that in my car, I'd be going to the garage. These boys don't seem to mind. Next we have Pristine Cleaners and Health Carers. You're welcome again, as every other year. 2 floats there from Pristine Cleaners. Well done, Eddie. Thanks very much for coming on board. Next we have Devitt's Bar and the Balaclavas every Thursday night. Look at them, and the brave and the cold, and the great musicians. And next we have St. Patrick himself, or is it St. Francis of Assisi? You're more like Assisi than St. Patrick, but anyhow. Well done to Francis there, St. Patrick. Can you hear the music? Come on, play up, lads and lassies. Every Thursday night, Balaclavas. It's now the unofficial name, but we always will know them as the Balaclavas. This girl is going to do a dance, she is. Come on, a big cheer. Come on, give her a bit of a support there. Come on. Yeah. Well done, well done. Give her a round of applause there. Not sure of her name, but she's probably the warmest, a lot of them at this stage. And don't fall off, whatever you do. The insurance has only been paid tomorrow. Is that part of the act, was it? Lovely. Next we have McMorrow Cozy Logs from Dowra. Well done all. If you want your timber for the rest of the winter is over, but you can stock up now. Gallagher Brothers Construction Limited. Well done, guys. Next we have Eamon Fallon Construction Limited. Look at that for a round. Look at that. Well done, Eamon Fallon Construction. Next we have Drumkeeran Gun Club. Noel Flynn following behind, two little vehicles there from Drumkeeran Gun Club. Next we have Loch Allen College, and Loch Allen College has a fun, good girl Aoife, a fundraising draw coming up. You can win €1,000 in cash. That's only the first prize. Grogan and Curran, windows and doors. Well done, thanks for supporting us every other year. Next we have, is it Kerrigan Quarries? Yes, Porrick Travers and crew. So I'll give Porrick a big cheer and a wave there, Kerrigan Quarries. And well done to Shane and the company. Great employees in the area. Next we have Thomas Fallon Agri Contracts, and they have 2 floats. So well done to both of Fallon's floats there. Well done, guys. Next we have John Branley Concrete and Groundworks. Well done. Next down the line is D. Mulvihill Haulage. Thanks very much. Well done, Gavin. Following that, we have AMC Fuels. That's Aidan McCormick and Drumshambo. So well done. Thanks as well for coming down. Next, we have Airlie Transport, just up the road a few miles. It is across the border in the other county, but anyhow. Well done, guys. Come on, wave at me. You're not waving, no. Next, we have Gunning Structural Steel. I think this must be the best float of the lot. Yeah, but we can't give it a prize. Here's my son-in-law now with his Gunning Structural Steel float. So if you want home extensions, industrial buildings, farm sheds, garden sheds, anything like that, steel or otherwise, give him a ring. Drumkeeran Stone. Well done, Jimmy. Drumkeeran Stone. Happy St. Patrick's Day from all at Drumkeeran Handball Sports and Leisure. I'm not sure what's Junior throwing out there, but it's sweets. Is it sweets? It's not money anyhow, that's for sure. So we're back to square one, back to Kevin and Andy, Grand Marshal. Well done again. Drumchamba Fire Brigade. Well done, David McManus again, Kilmore Vintage Club. 4 vehicles there belong to the Vintage Club. Pristine Cleaners again. Well done, guys. Cleaners and health carers. Only a few of them must have done the second round. There's a gang got into the cozy, I'd say. We're back now to Devitt's and the Balaclavas. Every Thursday night, remember, the session is on. Well done. And they're still playing. McMorrow's again, Cozy Logs, Dowra. You want your logs of timber, you know where to go. Over to Dowra, ring Jerry. Gallagher Brothers Construction. Well done, guys. So we have Andy here, Grand Marshal. Give Andy a round of applause. Here he's here in front of you. Lovely hat on him. Right, away we go again. Eamon Fallon Construction Limited. Right, we have the Drumkeeran Gun Club again. Paul, is it? It's Gun Club and you have 2 vehicles. Noel Flynn, second there. This is Lochgallen College again. Don't forget they have a fundraising draw. €1,000 first prize, sponsored by Aoife Heron. Well done, Aoife. Carrickcraft cruise for 3 nights. Cowboys and Heroes weekend tickets. So plenty of prizes in the draw. Grogan and Curran Windows and Doors, based in Carrick and Shannon. Well done, guys. And next, Kerrigan Quarries, is it again? Porrick Travers, well done, Porrick. And Shane Kerrigan, of course, himself. Beyond the overtime on a Saturday, Porrick. So then we have Thomas Fallon Agri Contracts, and they have 2 floats, so well done, guys. And just when the last vehicle goes through, ladies and gentlemen, Andy Redican, our Grand Marshal, wants to say a few words, so just don't disappear. Fallon Agri Contracts again, well done. Then we have John Branley, Concrete and Groundworks. And again, thanks to John Flynn, as always, available with the camera for anything that's happening. And we're back to square one again. So Andy will say a few words, Grand Marshal.
Now, you're away now.
Úsla.
Hold that up tight to your mouth.
Úsla. Tá bród agus áthas orm go will so an slua so an seo anew. And I thank you for inviting me to take over on the platform. Now I'll try and get this together. I didn't think I'd be saying anything, but anyway I will. Anyway, you're welcome. You're all very welcome to parade, Patrick's Day Parade 2036. And I have to say that for me, it's an honour that you asked me to come, and I thank you for it. But I also want to thank all of you for all the effort that was put into organising this day. You look around and you see so many people involved, so many people organising, and then you look and see so many people who entered with trucks and all that, and that took organising, so it did. And please God, next year it'll be even bigger. And please God, some people might see it. Anyway, thank you, all of you, for hearing me.
Well done, Andy. And thanks to everybody for turning up on such a cold day. We looked at the forecast, and I just want to announce that next year is promised a lot warmer. I was looking at the long-term forecast. So, Eamon, do you want to say a few words? Eamon is the man that got behind this, got it going last year after COVID, and he's still able to do it. Fair play to Eamon.
Just want to thank everybody for coming out. I know it's not a great day, and it's all about the people that make the parade. You know, the people didn't come out, and we didn't have the floats, and the people put effort in to be here today. So it's all about G to make it happen, and I just want to thank you all very much. So enjoy the rest of your evening, okay?
Right, just the band, Killadee's pipe band, is going to play for a few minutes. Andy wants to sing a song here about Drumkeeran. So if you don't mind, just, and you can back him if you want.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a bit of a song that I wrote at least about 45 years ago. There was a concert in Creevely. We were raising funds, and Maggie Kane, God rest her, was going to do the singing. A rare spot in Ireland, its beauty I'll tell. A place of rare charm you all know so well. It's that little small spot in North Drumkeeran. That place is Drumkeeran, the pride of the land. On your way from Drumshambo on a bright sunny day, having passed by a rigna at Tarmandilay, turn left up the mountains to gaze down below on a scene that will set your heart all aglow. There stretched out beneath you is Loch Allen so fair. There is no scene in Ireland with it to compare. With its shimmering waters, its islands and strands, its ancient churches and enchanting woodlands. Off for Killavoggy, then you must go. Such breathtaking scenery awaits you below. Far away in the valleys are jewels so rare. Their magic and splendor shine out everywhere. Sparkling from the woodlands is Belhavel so still, and further to the west is famous Loch Gill. And o'er on the skyline as the sun sinks away, it casts giant shadows o'er famed Knocknarea. Welcome to most wherever you go. And all round Drumkeeran there's that friendly hello. Whether you are out in Tarman or sweet Creevely, the people are always so happy each day. So into foreign lands your way you'll find. You'll think of the homeland you left far behind. The hills and the mountains, the lakes and the streams, forever and always will be in your dreams. Thank you.
How are you doing? We're Thomas and Siobhan. We're going to play a handful of tunes. I know you're counting up and down there, but don't go yet. We're going to get a few hot whiskeys and come out and dance on the street with us. Give Siobhan a round of applause.
Time in the county down one morning last July. Down a boring green came the sweet Colleen, and she smiled and she passed me by. She looked so neat from her two bare feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a coaxing out, had to shake myself to make sure I was really there. From Bantry Bay up to Derry King, I'm going to Dublin town. No meat I've seen like sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. As she onwards sped, scratched my head and I looked feeling red, and I sets aside to the passerby, and she wondered not right here. Well, he smiled at me and he said to see, there's a gem of fire and sky. Young Rosie McCann from the banks of the Bann, she's the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry King, I'm from Galway to Dublin town. No meat I've seen like sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. To shine and smile like a frozen June. And she sang so sweet like a lovely tree that she knelt to an Irish tune. At the Lambeth dance I was in a trance, and she whirled with the dance in the time. And it broke my heart just to be a part of the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry King, I'm from Galway to Dublin town. No meat I've seen like sweet Colleen that I met in the county down.
Oh, it's savage.
Yeah. You wouldn't turn it down a wee bit, Tom? No? Just turn that there down.
my parents confess what I've done, and I'll ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And when they've caressed me as oft times before, then I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, they never, no, they never no more will I play the wild rover. No, never no more. And it's no, they never, no, they never no more will I play the wild rover. No, never no more. Thank you very much.